Hello, you guys. Happy Sunday. I know it's been a while since I've done a Sunday motivational training here for you guys, and there's a reason why that's happened. I'm going to kind of divulge that here in a little bit. And first, I want to apologize about my crazy hair. And I really thought about fixing myself up a little bit before I hopped on here, but I probably look and feel like a lot of you do this month. That is just like absolutely crazy with all of the things going on in our life between holiday plans, traveling, all this stress that's kind of like looming over us at any given point of time. So this is how I am today on this Sunday, and I hope a lot of you can resonate with that. But I'm showing up here today in service because I have a really important message for you guys. And as we prepare for the week, I know many of you are preparing for work, you're preparing for your kids, and all of your obligations that you normally deal with. But I want to ask you, how are you preparing for you? Okay, this is especially an issue during the holiday season when it's a season of giving, because we can't forget to give to ourselves. And if you find yourself super stressed, burnt out, and off track this month, it's probably because you're not honoring yourself. So many people I speak to say that they fail to put themselves first, okay, because doing so would seem selfish and make them feel guilty. They feel like they're not helping others, that they're letting people down, and that feeling of guilt is something that they really don't want to feel, right? But let me ask you this, like, what's worse in the long run? Feeling guilty or feeling sick, feeling unhealthy, feeling stressed and out of control, or feeling like a failure? What's worse in the long run, okay? And usually it's gonna be all those latter emotions, okay? Sick, unhealthy, like a failure, no self-confidence, okay? It's just like not happy from the inside out. So this week, and for the rest of this crazy month we have ahead of us, we're almost halfway through the month, believe it or not, and into 2020, I wanna show you why honoring yourself, okay, is not selfish, but will actually help you help others and show up better for the people that you love and that matter to you, okay? So here are 3 reasons why you must put yourself first, you guys, this month and always for that matter, okay? And really practice that self-care. So reason number 1 why you have to honor yourself is because you're gonna gain control, okay? And how many of you feel powerless this month? A victim to holiday parties, travel, and unable to stick to a healthy diet because of all the holiday foods, the temptations that are surrounding you. Okay, how many of you feel like that? Because I know that I feel like that sometimes, and a lot of people that I work with, tend to feel that way this time of year. And the problem is when we don't feel control, okay? When we feel overwhelmed, this turns to stress, which can cause to frustration, and in dire circumstances over time, this leads to depression, okay? And seasonal depression is a thing. And I know this really escalates this time of year, right? So the thing is, when you honor yourself and you stick to your plan and what is really important to you and your health goals, okay, you reduce your stress and all these obstacles in the long run, okay, and you feel more in control of your life. And when you feel more in control of your life, you guys, you feel empowered and you're more destined to succeed. And that is the best gift that you can give yourself, okay, is to gain that control of your life and be an amazing leader and role model to those who look up to you and those who matter to you. So if you're doing a lot of things for your kids and for your spouse or your significant other, for example, okay, you're not gonna be the best person of yourself, okay, unless you gain control of your life and things that are important to you, right? You're gonna show up better for them if you can control yourself and your emotions and your happiness. Okay, as Carrie Bradshaw always says, the best and most important relationship in our life is the one we have with ourselves. Okay, so gain control. Number 1, how to honor yourself. Number 2, you're gonna overcome fear when you honor yourself. And I use that word honor very, very explicitly because I want you to be honest with yourself, okay? Many times we put ourselves or others before ourselves because we're afraid of dealing with our own issues. We're afraid if we deal with them, okay, we're gonna fail because we haven't been able to succeed in the past, okay? And that's why we don't really deal with these obstacles, okay? So for example, if you know that you really struggle with your sweet tooth, or you just hate exercising and you're just like, I'm not even gonna bother trying until I get through this season or until my stress levels come down, okay? That's you, you don't wanna deal with it, okay? That's because you really haven't had the right strategy to deal with those thoughts that are really killing your results and killing your motivation, All right, that's a problem. So if we properly deal with those issues, okay, those feelings of failure, what's really holding you back from reaching your goals, okay, of honoring your body, of improving your self-confidence, and just like getting healthy, all right? You know, instead of pushing those off, all those obstacles off, okay, your fears will subside if you really just deal with them, okay, and not be afraid of them. We kind of make excuses, you know, well, I gotta take my kid to soccer practice. Okay, you can't find another time to exercise, right? You can't cook a 10-minute dinner because you gotta take your kid to soccer practice. That's just a reason, right? And in most cases, I should say. I shouldn't say all cases, but in most cases. And there's just a fear of like, well, you know, what if I can't make it through the workout? Or what if I suck at it, right? What if I'm really, really sore? So what? You learn, right? And you change it up next time. What's the worst that can happen to you, right? If you have the right plan, that won't happen anyway. If you have the right approach, that's not going to happen to you. So we got to just nip that fear in the butt, okay? So as I always say, guys, fear can stand for one of two things, okay? It can stand for forget everything and run, or face everything and rise, all right? So choose the latter in every situation. Okay, most people feel like failures because they've never had the right approach to dealing with their issues, or they're too afraid to open up their Pandora's box. Okay, so if this is you this year, I want you to give yourself permission to open up your greatest gift, which is your Pandora's box, believe it or not. Okay, open it up, and I want you to sift through the debris. Okay, embrace the debris and overcome those fears. Okay, if you can do that, you guys, you can do anything, all right? Any obstacle is going to seem surmountable because you've dealt with like the biggest obstacles, which are the fears that you've been dealing with for a long, long, long time, okay? And that confidence will translate into your ability to serve others and be a better mom, be a better spouse, be a better employee, and just be a better person, okay? I know that'll happen for you. All right, step 3, or reason number 3, as to why honoring yourself will help you serve other people is because you're going to stick to your word. And that is so invaluable, you guys. You know, many people say that their word is everything, all right? I'm a man or I'm a woman of my word, right? How many times have you heard that before or said that before? Probably a lot. You know, and when we say we want to make changes in our life, but we don't do it, okay, we just make excuses for why we're not doing it. Like, it's the holiday season, you know, my kids this, my husband this, my work this, okay? You know, we're not sticking to our word. We're not sticking to our core values and what's important to us and what we want. We're not honoring ourselves, okay? And we're ignoring our words, right? And how does that make you feel in the long run, right? And I'll give you an example of how I recently realized that I wasn't sticking to my own words, and I felt really crappy about it, okay? You know, so for example, the Sunday trainings, okay? A couple months ago, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on here every Sunday or like every other Sunday, and I'm gonna just speak to the members of my group and try to get them motivated and planned out for the week. Give them some tips of how to be successful for the week when it comes to nutrition and their mindset, okay? That was my plan. And I came on here, you know, a few times. I did some traveling, so I wasn't always able to do it, but there were some Sundays where I just didn't show up. You know, I didn't stick to my word. And, you know, I gave myself these excuses like, oh, well, I need some work-life balance. You know, I work really hard Monday through Friday, even some Saturday morning. So I want just Sunday to myself. So I'm not going to show up in service, and I'm just going to, you know, hang out on the couch with my husband and watch football, right? And yeah, work-life balance is really important, but, you know, it's also really important to me that I get out there and I speak because, you know, I have an online business and I want to share these really important lessons with people because I'm on a mission to help, right? And so me just having fears of getting on here, and here's where my fear came from. I was honestly like afraid of rejection. Like, I was afraid of people not watching my videos, right? Fear that, you know, I would come up here and show up and no one would watch and no one would care, and then I'm like, oh, I'm wasting my time. But that's so silly, right? That's crazy, you know, because I told myself I was going to do this and this is important to me. So I need to show up in service and honor my word. And I had to really think about this. Like, my husband will be fine without me for 45 minutes, right? He's watching football and he's cooking. Like, he'll live, right? I can stick to my word, right? The world's not going to end, okay? you know, and I feel better when I stick to my word, right? I don't feel guilty, or I feel guilty when I don't stick to my word. That feeling sucks, okay? And even if everyone in this group doesn't see my videos and doesn't, you know, find value in them, doesn't mean I shouldn't do it, right? You know, I was a teacher for 10 years. I taught thousands of students. And that doesn't mean that thousands of students felt impacted by me, but even if I impacted 1% of those students, so like 10 students over 10 years, I know I showed up in service and I served my purpose. And I know I impacted at least 10 students. I still keep in touch with past students and they tell me how I helped them. And like, that's the most important thing in the world to me. So for me to have this fear that people weren't going to watch my trainings and not really care was almost like selfish of me, you know, because even if one person, and I've had multiple people in this group message me on the side, even shoot me an email saying like, your trainings are so valuable. Like, I really appreciate you. That is something I have to embrace and not let this fear of rejection, this fear of like not being valued by the masses get to me. That's crazy. This is a season of giving, right? And I want to give that because that is important to me, right? Even though like it's not required to show up here, that's like important to me. And I know I'm serving my purpose, okay? And this goes for you guys, right? Like, even if you eat one healthy meal this week, okay, or work out for 10 minutes instead of 60 minutes, right? Let's say you plan for 10 minutes, but or you plan for 60, but you only make it through 10 minutes, all right? It's better than nothing, okay? Because you stuck to your word. You said you were going to eat healthy. You said you were going to work out, okay? Something is better than nothing, okay? And getting started and staying consistent, you guys, that is how you stick to your word, okay? So if your word is that important to you and your body and your health and your life are that important to you, your word is everything. And you do whatever it takes to stick to your word, even if it's small steps. And you know I'm all about small goals leading to long-term results, right? You've heard me speak about that a lot, right? But when you stick to your word, you honor your word and you honor yourself, okay, you are going to show up so much better. And not just like your personal life and what you're doing for yourself and your personal growth, but for all the people around you, okay? So those are my 3 steps, right? The 3 reasons why you need to honor yourself to help other people. Number 1, you're going to gain control. Number 2, you're going to overcome your fear. And number 3, you're going to stick to your word. And if you do all of those 3 things, okay, you're going to show up happier, more confident, and empowered every day, okay, to be the best version of yourself, you know, and energy is contagious. And that is something that I've heard a lot, you know, when I taught my exercise classes, when I was a teacher, that I have this energy. And even though today I do not feel like it, I've been battling this awful cold for the last 2 weeks, I feel like, and I can't even get my hair straight today. It's just like a mess of a day. I'm actually embarrassed to be up here on Sunday, but I stuck to my word. And another one of my mantras is to honor my calendar. And so on my calendar, I was like, I'm going to get on my computer and I'm just going to talk and let's see how it goes. And I did it. You know, I overcame all of my fears, all of these reasons why I shouldn't do it. I'm moving in 9 days, 8 days, whatever. I should be packing. But no, this is what matters to me. And so I'm here, regardless of how I look. So, you know, a lot of you know I'm half Puerto Rican. This is my curly, crazy hair. Okay, just showing up in honesty here and as authentic as I can be. You know, so other people, guys, will benefit from your self-care. Okay, so like, honestly, guys, this to me is self-care as opposed to packing. I can pack later, right? Just like when you guys are like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to exercise. I need to go like find the Christmas decorations in my garage. You can do that later, right? Like the world's not going to end. Like we create these catastrophic circumstances in our head of why we can't do things. And we create these circumstances because we're afraid of doing things that we're uncomfortable with, right? And we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? And as much of an oxymoron as that sounds like, that is the only way to get over your fears. And that is step 2 of honoring yourself. Okay, so if you're just joining in, you know, I will post the whole video here and you can go back and listen to the 3 steps, okay, of honoring yourself to help others. But I promise you guys, you will not be a selfish person if you practice self-care and honor yourself, because you will be able to help others, okay? So stop playing victim that you can't get things done because of work, because of your kids, because of no time. You can always make time for things that matter. And you know that's true, okay? I'm here to remind you of that. That's my job, right, as a mindset coach as well, all right? So I want you this week, you guys, and every day this month, as I know it's super crazy. I can't believe it's already mid-December pretty much, but like honor yourself, honor your time, and you will show up in better service to everyone. Okay. And if you need help doing this, like if you really need like help creating a structured, like realistic game plan that you will stick to and that will work for you long term, not just for a couple of weeks, okay, to help you achieve your health, your weight loss goals, whatever it is you want to achieve this year in 2020, you know, I'm here to help you. I'm here to show up in service for you, okay? All you got to do is go to my website, createmyweight.com/apply, and just book a free call with me, you know, and we'll talk all about what are your fears? What are these limiting beliefs? What are the struggles that you've had in your life? What's in your Pandora's box that has held you back from accomplishing your goals for all of these years, right? Whether it be a year, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, whatever it is, what's holding you back, right? And we're going to uncover that debris and really create a plan that will help you honor yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself this year, okay? So if that's you, if you know you need some help, give yourself the best gift this year, okay? And don't forget to gift yourself. That's the most important thing, all right? Everyone else will get gifts, I'm sure, and they'll be happy, but who's taking care of you? Who is advocating for you? Most cases, it has to be yourself. You are your greatest advocate. And don't forget that this holiday season, okay, guys? So you know where to reach me, createmyweight.com/apply. And if you have any questions, you can simply message here in the group. I'm always here to serve you. And I actually have a new training coming up this week. I think I'm going to do it Tuesday afternoon. I'll post a little ad for it in the group. It is about your holiday mindset and how to enjoy the holidays without, you know, guilt or giving up your favorite food. So I'll share that with you guys this week on Tuesday. I am going on a cruise on Thursday, so I'm trying to get some things done earlier this week. But I'm here to show up in service, and I'm eternally grateful for you guys and for this group. And I cannot believe that 2019 is almost over. This has been a tremendous year for me, a tremendous year of growth. It's been both scary, but also super exciting. And I have some really exciting things coming in 2020 that I'll be rolling out in the group in the next week or so. But if you guys have any questions, please know that this group is here to support you. I am here to support you as well. And I hope this was helpful for you guys. And if you're catching the replay, you know, text me if there's any questions. All right, I'll talk to you guys all soon. Honor yourself this week, and you will still serve others, I promise. Bye, guys.